host, yours truly, Jupiter Red, and welcome to my channel. So, today I am standing up because I feel like my videos are like too long, and I feel like since I'm fat, if I stand up, I'll be out of breath, and I'll try to hurry up and finish the video. So let's test this theory. Let's see if it works. Okay, I'm already a little out of breath. I feel dizzy. So today I am going to tell y'all about my scariest sleep paralysis experience. If you don't know what sleep paralysis is, it's basically when your mind is awake but your body is asleep. You're somewhere like in limbo between like being asleep and being awake. So you're aware but you can't move, you're stiff, hence the word like paralysis. You just can't move. Okay, so it can get pretty scary. So let's get started. So when I think I was 15 years old. So when I was about 15 years old, I went over my best friend's house to spend the night. And I don't really know what we were doing that day, but when it was time to go to sleep, we fell asleep in the living room. She fell asleep on the couch. I fell asleep on the floor. I was sleeping on my back, and it was very dark. The TV wasn't on in the living room. It was very, 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 very dark. So I woke up halfway, and I realized that I couldn't move. Now, this wasn't the first time that I had experienced something like this. I've had sleep paralysis before, but this was like the only time that I really like my very first memory of having sleep paralysis, and because it was just terrible. But I was on my back, and I was beginning to get frustrated because I couldn't move and I couldn't speak, and I was trying to like get my friend, because I was laying right next to the couch, if I could just move my arm a little bit and just kind of like tap her. But I started hearing like creaking, and the way the room is set up, like let's say I am sleeping this way, pretend I'm laying down but I'm standing up, and the couch is literally, I'm sleeping like literally right next to the couch. Over, let me see, like over this way, there's some stairs that go downstairs. They're not upstairs, it's downstairs. So I hear some creaking, right? So I immediately start getting nervous. I start to panic, but I'm kind of just like being logical, like, okay, maybe somebody's coming up the stairs. But it wasn't like no regular like walking up the stairs creaking. Wasn't like this was like, it was like some stereotypical scary movie shit. Like seriously, like that was just horror movie sound and creaks. So I started to panic and I started to get nervous, and I was just laying there. So after hearing the creak for about like 2 or 3 minutes, I can kind of adjust my eyes to look at the stairs, and I see something, and it did not look human at all. It looked somewhat like a little, like a dwarf, or trying to think, like a troll. I couldn't really see it, but it was very like fat and short and just like evil looking, and I couldn't really tell, like depict like the facial features or anything, but then it started coming closer to me. By this time I was like, so I didn't even want to look at it anymore. I just stopped looking at it. Like my eyes adjusted like to the ceiling. I just fixed my eyes to the ceiling. I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell is going on? Oh, this shit was so scary for me. You don't even understand. I hate even talking about it. But I noticed that it was approaching me. So I fixed my eyes to the ceiling, and I can literally hear it walking towards me. literally hear it walking towards me, and as it's getting closer, it becomes louder, like how things would happen in real life. So this made me feel like this whole experience was entirely too real. Okay, this is the scary part. This little ugly demonic troll stood over me. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, I know how to explain it, but it was just, it stood over me. Like, one leg and another leg, and looked down at me. When I tell you, the troll like was literally like standing over me, he like bent down and was like getting like, he was like this close to my face, and I could like feel his breathing and everything. It was just, it was like so real, and it was just looking at me, and I could start to see like the facial features or whatever. It kind of looked like it had like an underbite and a big nose, and it didn't have eyes, but it had like the indentations of where the eyes should be, and it was just looking at me, and I just closed my eyes. And then when I closed my eyes, I felt something just go on my chest, and I could literally like feel my chest being crushed, and I was in like excruciating pain, and I was trying so hard to scream, I was trying so hard to just yell, and I couldn't yell like no matter what. And then all of a sudden it just stopped, and I woke up, and I was able to like wake my friend up, and I told her what happened, but she didn't know what it was, and she didn't really seem that creeped out about it or anything. She was kind of still out of it. So yeah, she went back to sleep. I turned on the TV and I started watching Tron. But so I just didn't know what to think about it. But that was the first sleep paralysis experience that I ever had that had me like really shook, and I needed to look it up and finally find out what it was. That's how I discovered what sleep paralysis was. And when I looked it up, the first picture I saw was a picture of a woman and like a little troll or a little dwarf or a little thing sitting on a woman's chest. And the fact that I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, what if this was a real paranormal entity that goes around to people and just scares them to death or halfway to death while they sleep. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story time, and hopefully I didn't freak you out too much. This happened a long time ago, and if you guys experience sleep paralysis, I would love to hear your stories. Message me, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of April. So if you guys please just subscribe, please. Okay, I know I'm not cute. I'm like gargantuan like this. It's impossible for me to be cute, but subscribe, like, please. So thanks for watching, guys. Toodaloo.